I'm not standing for it.
Okay. Any other correction on page 1? Page 2? Staff in attendance, opening apologies, consideration of the agenda, minutes of the 24th and then 29th November 2020, and matters arise. Any corrections on page 2? Page 3? Consideration of draft parliamentary program. Any corrections on page 4? Report on select committee business and report on legislation before the NCOP. Page 5. Any corrections on page 5? Parliamentary legislative program. Page 6. The second paragraph from the bottom that ends with the word in the near future. Advocate Pindela, if you can just make sure that that near future is made a bit more exact and precise, so that whatever is outstanding gets submitted. Page 6, any corrections? Oh, none. Page 7. Yeah, no, thank you very much. Having gone through the minutes and done the corrections, is there any mover for the adoption of the minutes as a true record of what transpired at our previous meeting? Any mover?
Chair?
Yes.
Yes, because I move for the adoption of the minutes with corrections. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ngozi. Any seconder?
Chair, it's Ndongeni, I second it.
And Ndongeni seconds the adoption of the minutes. Thank you very much, honorable members. We will then move on to matters arising. We'll ask Advocate Pindela to take us through that. My action list it's in black and white, so I may have a problem following what's in front of me properly. But please go through that, Honorable Pindela.
Thank you very much, Chair. The action list has been distributed on the 16th of February. We had a joint sitting where the President replied to the debate on the State of the Nation address. And on the 21st of February, we had a ministerial briefing on the provision of healthcare services under the theme mitigating the negative impact of load shedding in the provision of healthcare services. Then on the 28th of February, we had a strategic planning session for committees of the National Council of Provinces, which was supposed to proceed until the 1st, but unfortunately, because of the event that occurred on that day, it could not proceed to the next day. We were supposed to have a ministerial briefing on the 7th of March. The ministerial briefing was supposed to be on the provision of water and sanitation under the theme mitigating the negative impact of load shedding in the provision of water and sanitation to communities. Chairperson, that ministerial briefing as a result of that unfortunate occurrence could not take place. It has been postponed until further notice. Then on the 8th, yesterday, Chair, we had a sitting, consideration of the report of the Select Committee on finance, on the fiscal framework and revenue proposals. There was also messages of condolences on the unfortunate passing of Honorable Gillian. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any comment on honorable members? The Secretary to the NCOP has given us a very good sense of progress or lack of, and provided the reasons why certain issues could not be pursued. Any comment? I guess what we can say, Honorable Advocate Pindela, I guess what we can say is that in relation to the 28th of February, the 1st of March arrangements, the strategic planning session, very soon we should ensure that the completion of the strategic planning session is then planned for, provided for, and the dates made available to all of us. And in relation to the 7th March 2023 postponement, that an alternative date would be found, or an alternative arrangement to be made. Any other comments? No other comment. No other comment. Thank you very much, honorable members. We will then proceed. We'll proceed to item 6, consideration of the draft parliamentary program. Honorable Njatu.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good morning. Good morning to all the program committee members. Chairperson, today is the 9th of March, and we are presenting the NCOP first term 2023.
Sorry, just a minute.
Yeah.
There are some children making noise in the background. Can we ask those affected to just intervene? Thank you very much. Honorable Njatu. Honorable Njatu, please proceed.
Sorry, Chairperson. I'm sitting at a wimpy. Give me just an opportunity just to present.
Okay. Please proceed. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Madam McDonald, Chairperson, let me just, this one is no more on the program. The provincial budget dates are no more on the program. But just to make a reflection on that is that there are all provincial budgets are being done. It's only 2 outstanding, which is the Limpopo, which is today, the 9th of March, and the Western Cape on the 14th of March. Those are the 2 outstanding on the provinces budgets. Then, Chairperson, the first term, remaining 2 weeks, the 9th March is today, programming committee, and then we'll followed by caucus. And then just to make a reflection on the deadline for the submission of questions to the president's schedule for the 30th of March 2023. Today, I mean tomorrow, the 10th is the deadline for the submissions. And then Chair, on the 14th of March will be committees, only committees on the 14th of March. Just to make a point on the committee strategic planning, which is the finance committee. And then 15th of March will be only committees. Then on the 16th of March will be caucus, which will be followed in the afternoon by plenary hybrid debate on the interprovincial red tape reduction. Then on the 17th of March is committees. Then the 22nd of March, Provincial Whips Forum. And then also and then it followed by committees from 10 o'clock. Then on the 23rd of March will be programming committee, which I believe this programming committee will also have a draft for the second term, which will be following by caucus. And also in the afternoon, we'll have a plenary hybrid, which will be the debate on taking parliament to the people, which was in Ugu district, and also the debate on water infrastructure investment. That will be on the 23rd of March. 24th of March will be committees, just also to emphasize the consideration of the draft report of the second adjustment appropriation bill, which will also be on the 24th of March. And then on the 28th of March, Chair, which will be the last 28th of March, will be a hybrid, which will be dealing with reports, which will be consideration report of the cooperative governance, forensic investigations, local, the POFANG local municipality proactive oversight, consideration of the report of land reform environment, and also consideration of the report on the trade and industry development, small business development, and tourism. That's the 28th of March, which will continue. The reports will be consideration of the report on financial management of Parliament, and then the consideration of the second adjustment appropriations bill, which will be on the 28th, all those reports. Then on the 29th of March will be the 3-sphere planning session, which will continue on the 30th of March, the 3-sphere planning. And then the last item for the term will be plenary hybrid questions. Then the constituent vote for 17th of April, 2023. Chairperson, that is the presentation for the first term. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Njadu. Honorable members, there we are. In relation to the draft parliamentary program, as presented by Honorable Njadu. Are there any comments? Any
Yes,
comments?
I
Yes,
can comment. Thank you, Chair.
yes, Chief Whip.
Yeah, good morning, and thanks very much, Chair, for the opportunity. I just want to add what Honorable Njadu has presented on the questions to the President should not be viewed as a new cycle of questions. If you recall, this was postponed. It was during the time sitting was postponed. And we even agreed that the parties would like to revise questions, should have the opportunity to do so, but it should be remaining that this is a continuous engagement that was supposed to have taken place, so that those who want to have retained the questions as they are are allowed to do so. That's the first one on the presidency. The second one, Chair, is on the dates with the deputy president. Deputy president was supposed to appear on the 14th, in other words, March, but there is an ongoing engagement with the office of the deputy presidency, as all of us know, that there is a newly appointed deputy president of the country. Now, there has been a discussion between the date of the 18th of April and the 20th of April. And I believe before the end of the day, such confirmation will be made with the office of the deputy president. I submit here, thanks.
Thank you very much. So the president issues not new, except what the chief whip has pointed out, and the political parties are well aware of developments. And secondly, on the deputy president being new and so on, some new arrangements, some new adjustments will be made available soon, and we'll take it from there. Any comments, any other comments on the honorable members?
Chairperson, it's honorable. It's
Yes,
honorable.
Labuskar,
I was for 2 minutes thrown off the system. I couldn't hear what the chief whip said. Can he just repeat? I heard the part that he said about the arrangement about the president and that, but the part about the deputy president, if you just can repeat that, please.
all that is said, I'm sure you can be able to add or clarify further. Is that given the fact that there's a new deputy president in the country, it may become necessary to adjust dates accordingly. So we're speaking about the possibility of the 13th or 18th of April. But of course, I mean, I may have missed a point or two. And if that's the case, you can add. Honorable Mai. Honorable Chief.
Okay, Chair, sorry. I do not know what the problem of a connection today. It means I receive a bit slower the link. I don't know. But Chair, nonetheless, you have said it correctly, Chair. We said that for the president questions, it's not necessarily a new cycle of questions. Always parties were allowed so that we do not disadvantage those who want to retain the spirit of their previous questions, or with slight amendments, they do that to the questions. So it's not a new cycle of questions so that we do not disadvantage anyone because the president didn't appear on that day as the sitting was cancelled. That's the first one. The second one is that it's not possible to have the deputy president on the 14th as initially was planned, but the discussion is that after we return, when we return from the constituency period, the date of the 18th or the 17th, the 18th or the 20th should be considered as the time which we can engage the deputy president. So finalization with the office of the deputy president will be done in due course today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other comment or questions, honorable members?
None, Chair.
None. Thank you very much. We will then proceed to report on select committee business and report of legislation before select committees. Honorable Nyambi.
Thank you, Chairperson. Greeting to yourself, greeting colleagues. It's always an humbling experience, despite the challenges faced by all of us being able to still convene like this under your steward leadership, Chair. Committee meetings have proceeded as well as they needed to do with adjustment occasioned by changes beyond the control of NCOP, as some have already been highlighted here, Honorable Chairperson. The first issue under budget instrument is that the NCOP's fiscal committees have two budget instruments between them as follows. The first one is the one of the budget proposal is detailed in slide 8. The second one, that one is under Select Committee on Finance. Then the second one is the Select Committee on Appropriation, which is the 2023 Division of Revenue Bill, the DORP detailed in slide 9. Going straight to interventions, Chair, in the bulk report starting from slide 9 to 15, the Select Committee on Quota still remain with a total of 11 interventions, notices of interventions, progress reports, extension of interventions, close out reports, withdrawal of intervention in terms of section 139 and various subsections of the Constitution in various municipalities within 6 provinces. This is exactly how things were in previous reporting cycle, which provides affected province as follows. KwaZulu-Natal is with 7 interventions, Chair. Gauteng with 1 intervention. Mpumalanga with 2 interventions. Western Cape with 1 intervention. When it comes to petitions and executive undertakings, Chair, is detailed in slide 17 to 18. The Select Committee on Petitions and Executive Undertaking, like last time, has 4 executive undertakings. These were made by the following minister at different times: Minister of Transport, Minister of Water and Sanitation, Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, Minister of Small Business Development. Other matters before different committees, Chair, detailed right from slide 19 to 22. The other matters before Select Committee also remain the same with a total of 5 as follows. The first one is the Select Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, 3 matters, 1 down from the previous reporting cycle, meaning they've concluded 1. The Select Committee on Finance, it's 1 matter, 1 down from the last reporting cycle. They've done the same, they've been able to deal with 1. The Select Committee on Security and Justice, 1 matter, just as it was during the last reporting cycle. You have correctly, Chairperson, summarized what will be happening with the conclusion of what is still to be done, and Honorable Jandu has done justice to all the other issues. I so table the report. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
No, thank you very much, Honorable Nyambi. Let's look at the interventions and the comments. Any comments on the interventions? None. Any comment on executive undertakings? And petitions? None. Any comment on issues that have been dealt with, other issues that have been dealt with by the select committees? Or that are being dealt with by the select committees? In relation to the report? Any comments? None. Thank you very much. We'll then move to the next part of our agenda, item 8, report on parliamentary legislative program. Mr. Bear. Please take us through. We're now on item 8. On the bills and related issues. Is Mr. Bell there? I see the document has been displayed. Any comment on A? Bills on the NA or the paper? None, no comment.
Chairperson, I see Mr. Bell, sorry, Chair.
Yes.
I see Mr. Bell is in the meeting, so I don't know what the problem is.
Yes, okay. So any comment on A? No, none. Any comment on B? On national order paper for first reading? None. Comments on C? Bills before the national committees?
Chairperson,
Yes.
I think that's where the comments normally come from.
Okay.
Insofar as those bills which are before National Assembly committees are concerned. Because those are some of the bills, if dealt with by the National Assembly, are normally transmitted to the National Council of Provinces to deal with very late. There are several bills affecting provinces under siege, and those bills, if passed by the National Assembly, it would mean that the National Council of Provinces must then deal with those bills together with the provincial legislatures. They would require mandates from the provincial legislatures. I see Mr. Bell's hand is up. I hope that his sound has been restored.
Okay.
Yes, Chairperson, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please proceed. And
My
welcome.
apologies. I had to tune in on a different cell phone. I'd just like to draw your attention to paragraph A, where you'll find that the Prevention of Hate Crimes and Hate Speech Bill has been amended in the Portfolio Committee and is scheduled for second reading on Tuesday coming. The same with the Housing Consumer Protection Bill. They will both be transmitted to NCOP for concurrence on Tuesday evening. Paragraph B, there's a couple of private members' bills that have lapsed and have been revived by resolution in the National Assembly. Numbers 2 and 3, Registration of Muslim Marriages Bill and Divorce Amendment Bill will be dealt with, will be read a first time on 16 March and will then be referred to the Portfolio Committee. Chairperson, with your permission, I go to the end of paragraph C. These are the bills that were introduced on Budget Day, Division of Revenue Appropriations, Second Adjustments Appropriation, and ESCOM Debt Relief. The Division of Revenue Bill is planned to be dealt with in the National Assembly on the 23rd of March and will then come to NCOP. The same with the Second Adjustments Appropriation Bill, and I think I've seen that the NCOP is scheduled to sit on that bill in plenary on the 28th of March. Then, Chairperson, lastly, paragraph F, I've just highlighted 6 bills that have been passed in the National Assembly and have been transmitted for concurrence. The Transport Appeal Tribunal Amendment Bill, and then the 5 others at the bottom. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, there were report on bills, notes and comments made by secretary to the NCOP, as well as the comment that has been made by Mr. Bear. I see the hand of Honorable Dango is up. Let's start with Dango and then come to Honorable Labuschagne.
Chairperson, thank you very much. Chairperson, I think we should just consider in the time available during this sixth parliament, if we can actually deal with all the bills that are on that I've seen on this paper, and if we've actually programmed it to look at that, to look very carefully at concluding on that before the sixth parliament, this parliament finishes its term. Thank you, Chairperson.
And I thank you very much, Honorable Dango. Labuschagne. Honorable Labuschagne.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I actually want to concur with Honorable Dango. If we look at the number of bills there in the list that we have already in the NCOP, and then I roughly counted it would be only the 76 bills still in the NA, is around about 12 of them. We will have to find a plan on how the NCOP is going to proceed to be able to deal with all these bills. Especially, I am more concerned about the 76 bills because they have to go out to provinces and so on. On the 75 bills, we can do within the WIPS forum, come up with a solution such as having meetings also on a Wednesday or later on in the evenings to be able to work through the 75 bills, because those are the bills that's not going to the provinces. But even if we sit on a Wednesday for the 76 bills, that will not necessarily, it will not necessarily help the provinces. So yeah, I share the same concern. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Any other comment, honorable members? Maybe I should just say that because this issue has been raised in so many meetings and at different forums, it may be useful to just find some creative way of keeping the issue on everybody's conscience and consciousness, and just make sure that everybody remains aware and that the urgency of the issue is not lost. If need be, we may have to write a few letters and send them to appropriate places in relation to the process, and just make sure that we urge everybody to act accordingly. I'm not making any specific suggestion as such. I'm just saying that the issue is seen as urgent. And if there's any other intervention, secretary to the NCOP, we need to ensure that that happens. Pindela?
Chairperson, let me make this undertaking that I shall take this matter up with the secretary to the National Assembly, and then we can proceed from there.
Yes, yes. No, thank you very much for that comment. It may indeed be very, very useful. Honorable members, that has taken us to the next item, which is closure. So there being no other business, the meeting is declared closed or adjourned.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you.
Hey, honorable members, thank you very much.
Sabon.
Recording stopped.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Amara Khan.